Hey, welcome to Men on Empire. This is our weekly look at Empire from a male perspective. In Washington, D.C. is Troy Johnson. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. Mark Clark is not with us today, but the episode is called Be True, and it starts off with Lucius Lyon's charges against him. All charges dropped.
That's what Jake Chapper says.
Yes, yeah. How much did that cost?
I don't know. Does that mean Wolf Blitzer is next?
You know what? I don't know.
We already had Don Lemon on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Man,
they are they're calling Vernon's death a suicide.
Yeah,
it's amazing what a dead corpse in your car can do to change your mind. Because she took a leave of absence. The prosecutor Ford, man, she was like, "I'm out." I think that she'll be back though. Oh
yeah, she's got to come back from that. Come on, but I was surprised the way they handled that. She was so scared that that's it.
That's it.
We don't get to see her anymore. Huh?
Well, not for a while.
Wow.
She probably had to check herself in. I mean, that's trauma. You think about that, man. Not just a dead body, but one that's been in the ground for a while where, decompose. What do you call it? Decompose already happened, and
yeah.
it's that's got to be frightening.
Tony, let's look at it from the perspective that most of the people that watch this recap would look at it from.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it going to take to get this out of my car seat? That's the real question.
Yeah, the smell and everything.
The detail. How long will the detail shop have my car? Because I got plans this weekend.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Not this weekend.
Not this weekend.
And they're gonna charge you. And there's gonna be an upcharge too.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
we got to rent hazmat suits and all this stuff like that. We got to find dudes who are willing to do this. So yeah. Let's see. Andre shows up for his first day back at Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And was that Thirsty Rollins says, Andre, nice to see you without a shovel.
Thirsty is wrong for that.
Man. So Cookie has fired Portia. She fired Portia because she got Cookie arrested.
Right.
So she gets the gas face.
Yes.
So she, it wasn't even done on the TV. It was just mentioned in passing. It's like, yeah, where's Portia? I fired her because she got me arrested. That was it. Lucius decides to throw an office party for Andre coming back to Empire and being the head of Gutter Life Records, man.
Yeah, man. Gutter Life Records.
Gutter Life Records. That's it.
So we got Gutter Life Records, and then we had Ghetto Ass Studio.
They keeping it real.
Keeping it too real for me.
Man.
Well, and the dog's name, we'll get to that later.
So
the dog had a ghetto name too.
Becky tells Andre, you ready to get gutted?
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
No, he wasn't ready, man. Because the strippers that are at the party, they go in on Andre. There's an office party in the conference room, broad daylight, glass walls, and there are strippers in there, man. I mean, just, Well, actually, the party moved to another room, but...
the sun was still out, Tony.
Yeah, the sun was still out, man.
I mean, there was a pole.
Yeah.
And a lot of booty.
And him don't like, though. Andre don't like that. That's not his life anymore.
No, it's not.
He's given his life to the Lord, and there's nothing wrong with that. So Lucius is in the studio producing Jamal looking like Scott Storch. he looked like Scott Storch, man, with them sunshades on, man.
He did. You're right.
And Neo's there also.
Wait a minute, Scott Storch / Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, with the sweater and the tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that about, man?
There's a little confliction there.
So Neo's also in the studio. Lucius tells Jamal that he shouldn't take Michael on tour with him. He asks for Neo's opinion, and Neo sides with Jamal. And Lucius says, don't listen to him.
What did he expect him to say? I mean, Lucius, obviously, Lucius is still homophobic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that'll appear again.
Yeah. But, I don't think Lucius has felt love since before Nika. Clearly the love of his life is Cookie Lyon.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been in love. I don't even think he was in love with Anika, man. I think he just can't relate. That's not his world.
You're right.
You know?
Cookie had something to say about that later on.
Yes, she did. Andre's pastor tells him he needs to confess his sins to the family. And of course, the first thing you think about is, you mean, killing Vernon, but he didn't actually kill Vernon. Rhonda did.
Right. Well, he buried his ass.
So he's just as guilty because he buried him. But he's got to tell the sins to the family, to everybody. What all he's done to all of them. Is that what he's got to do? Man.
That's the way he interpreted it.
Yeah. And I guess that's gonna be the plan. So we're back at the Line Dynasty corporate office, where Tiana was doing a photo shoot, and that's over. So she's getting ready to leave, and she gets relieved of her bag, man, by two fans wanting a selfie. I thought when the razor blade came out the girl's mouth, I was like, oh, they gonna carve that girl's face up? Tiana's face? Really? They gonna? And then her help. Man, ain't nobody gonna hear you like that, man. You better let that out. Help. What was that, man?
She had a chance there that she didn't realize.
Yeah.
Because the way those girls were running, nobody was running a 400 on that day. Yeah. She could have gotten them.
Yeah.
But a razor blade would definitely give you pause.
Yeah.
Anybody walks around talking, having a conversation with you, and then they spit a razor blade out. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Did you see Hillary Clinton did that? Yeah, hold on. Oh, how'd you do that?
I've seen people tie cherry stems into knots, but I've never seen that before.
Oh. You ate a whole meal and you had a razor blade in your mouth? That's amazing.
Man. So as it turns out, the Line Dynasty they've been marked for extortion, I think is what someone said on the show. So they got to pay taxes for being in the neighborhood.
That's right.
That's what's going to have to happen right there, man.
Get at me with some cheddar.
Yeah. So Cookie's meeting with Delgado, Adam Rodriguez, and
so I want to make sure I'm clear, Tony. I went to get something to drink. I came back. CSI Miami was not on. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it was not on. No,
all right.
No.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah, no, he's on the show. He plays a concert promoter named Delgado, and they're meeting.
Wasn't that his name on CSI Miami?
What was his name on CSI? I don't even remember what his name was. But while they're meeting, Portia comes in, who was fired. I guess she can just get in the building. She comes in. We're security at the front door. They all that security there.
Ain't got no security at ghetto ass records, man.
Oh, that's right. That's Line
yeah,
Dynasty.
She was not at Empire.
That's right. See, I got confused for a second. You see there, but she comes in with Big Mama's dog she got from her grandma, Whoop-de-Woo. Now, how many people in this country are now gonna, when they get a dog, they're gonna name the dog Whoop-de-Woo?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's all. That is going to happen, Tony. Somebody's at the animal shelter right now.
Right now, adopting a dog, naming him Whoop-de-Woo.
Whoop-de-Woo.
Dogs holding out to be named King or Queenie or Brownie.
No. Yeah. That was a little Yorkie, right? Something like that.
It was
It should have a name like Brownie.
Yeah. No.
Whoop-de-Woo.
Come on, man.
That ain't right. That ain't right, man.
So the photographer makes his move on Jamal.
Yeah. Yes. He did.
Right there. Just right there. You know?
But you know what? Prior to that, he had a conversation with Jamal about love and love can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying.
No, he wasn't lying.
Jeez.
But he says a mouth is a mouth.
There's the line of the show.
There's the line of the show.
A mouth is a mouth. You just got caught, in a compromising position.
Yeah.
And then Michael walks down the hallway. I mean, it just was timed out perfectly. You're on your knees in front of Jamal.
Yep.
And he's zipping up his pants, and here comes Michael.
Man.
Actually, Jamal played it interesting. He was like, "Come on, babe, let's go." He didn't even say, "Well, what happened was." No, he didn't even do that. He just like, "Let's get out of here."
Let's get out of here.
And then from the hallway, a mouth is a mouth.
A mouth is a mouth.
Damn. Wow.
That's strong, man. Rhonda tries to talk Andre out of confessing, out of being baptized, because that's not her world.
No.
you know. And she tries to do it, and then she says, "I'm not wearing underwear."
Yeah, she said, "I have a confession. I'm not wearing any underwear." That's, well, praise the Lord.
You know, for her to be pregnant, man, is she showing yet?
No.
That's pretty interesting.
That's why she didn't have underwear on. She was going to get pregnant in this episode. It didn't take the first time.
Yeah, I guess not. So
Andre wasn't having none. He didn't want it. No,
man. He's back at Empire. He ain't doing nothing to jeopardize that. I understand that. I understand when you get a job.
Tony, it's his wife.
Yeah, but
she did like this. Hello, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Come on now.
It's been a long time.
Husbandly duties.
Yep, get in there, man.
Literally.
So at the funeral home where Vernon's ashes are, nobody wants Vernon's ashes, man. Nobody wants them.
And Tony, when I die, just make sure that doesn't happen to me. You got me covered.
Not gonna happen, man.
I don't want to be tossed around on the table and damn. Lucius has no shame.
No shame at all. Just no shame at all, man. It's just brutal. So he leaves him there.
Or as the kids would say, Tony, Lucius has no chill.
He has no chill. Okay.
No chill whatsoever.
All right. Is that what the kids are saying now, man?
That's what they're saying, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Cookie takes the ashes.
Reluctantly.
She didn't want him either, but she wasn't going to leave him at the funeral home like Lucius was getting ready to do. So.
And she said, "You have no morals." We said this earlier.
Yeah.
You have basically no moral compass. You don't give a damn about anything.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that soliloquy, he was gone like a ghost in the wind. He didn't say bye, nothing.
Nothing. He just walked out the room.
Damn.
But you know what? As far as her saying he has no morals, she's not that far behind.
Oh no, she's
she. It's. I mean, I'm not necessarily the pot calling the kettle black because Lucius is just on a whole nother level of no morals. He's the Michael Jordan of no morals.
Right. Is she the Scottie Pippen?
She might be Scottie Pippen, man. She might be Scottie. So Thirsty is in Andre's office, and
now we know why they call him Thirsty.
He likes that booze, man.
He's in that bar, man.
Yep. He tells Andre that he's replacing Vernon. And, of course, Andre says, nobody's going to replace Vernon, man. Vernon taught me a lot about life and how to be a man and things like that. But Thirsty does tell Andre that he's looking into Anika. Anika, what he was like, whatever her name is and stuff. And Andre has enough of him, tells him to leave. Tells Thirsty to leave, put your drink down and leave and don't come back until my father's back. Mm. And then Andre, of course, he says, and here I thought we made nice digging in the dirt. You know what? I don't know. Is Thirsty going to make it through the season, man?
Man, don't mess with him. I mean, Thirsty is crafty,
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously smart. He's got his law degree. But he's definitely got a little gangster edge to him.
Man, little.
I mean.
He's out there, man.
That and a bad fashion sense.
Yeah.
Those things, it doesn't really work well. I wish you would say something about this shirt with this gold trim.
But you know what, man? When he falls out, mark my words, when Thirsty Rollins falls out with Lucius Lyon, and it's going to happen, that's going to be more than Lucius can handle. He's going to give him, it's going to be rough.
We know where they bury the bodies. Go right back out to that little piece of the woods.
Yeah.
And Thirsty may be a little, he could be, I agree, Tony. It feels like he could be a little too ambitious, a little too comfortable about his role at Empire.
Right.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. Jamal's in the studio. He's in the studio with Neo. And he's not focused. He's on the phone, exchanging texts with Michael because I guess Michael has been informed you're not going on tour. And he tells Neo about his predicament. And, Neo says, take him.
Yeah.
Take him. He says, look, I've taken my girl on the road. I've not taken her on the road. But you got to do what feels right for you because both of those situations for me were fine. But what's good for you? You want to take Michael? Take Michael.
This is, for all you aspiring artists out there, you too can be Steve Harvey. You're one piece of advice away from having your own television show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neo, who we've never heard put a sentence together, suddenly is the voice of reason. He's the Dr. Phil of Empire. Jeez, come on.
Well, So Hakeem is partying with his girl group.
And I know they said it somewhere, Tony.
What?
Don't believe a man who's got something to say wearing a hat inside. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't do it.
That's true. Hakeem is partying with his girl group. He's got the girl Lauren that he found in the bar, and he makes his move on her, and she shoots him down. I'm not here for that. She's serious, and so she leaves. She's out, man. And he's like stunned. Who turns down Hakeem Lyon? Who turns down this lovin'?
I do. this Latina right here.
Man, so Jamal's having a party at his place, and he's looking for Michael, who's on the balcony, and he goes out there looking for him, and lo and behold, that photographer has been able to put his mouth to work on Michael. I thought Jamal was going to throw dude off the balcony, man.
I thought something was wrong with Michael. I thought, he kind of had a, is he going to fall off the balcony?
Yeah, see, when they said he was on the balcony, my first thought was, oh, God, he's going to kill himself over this?
Yeah.
Over not being able to go on tour?
Yeah, he was dying, all right.
Man.
Man.
So Jamal puts the photographer out. Is this the last we'll see of him? Nah, probably not.
You don't think so?
No, I think he'll be back. He'll be back. And the thing is that he's not attractive at all. He's just a hairy guy who's actually kind of irritating.
Tony, I'm glad that Yakov Smirnoff finally got another job. We've been waiting to see him. It's been such a long time.
Well, he's been yakking off for a few years, so
yeah.
Well, it's good to see him back. Wow, a Yakov Smirnoff reference. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I can't be outdone by you. I got to get one in sometime.
Hey, Cookie's meeting with Delgado when Whoop-de-Woo starts barking. Mm-hmm. And apparently there's somebody in the house. And
this is why you cannot believe a small dog. They thought he was just barking because he was hungry. He got to go, hit a tree or something.
Yeah.
No, he's supposed to be a guard dog.
Well, apparently there was a guy in there, and they caught him. He was trying to steal the master tapes. Mm-hmm. And Cookie says, who sent you? And he says, Thirsty did.
Yeah. Yeah. Thirsty wanted to give Andre that job.
Right.
When they had their little altercation, Andre was like, I'm not doing that to my mother. And then, obviously they fell out.
Yeah.
But Thirsty went ahead and took care of it himself.
Yeah. Well, he's following Lucius' orders, right?
That's what Lucius wanted.
Yep. So apparently she pulled out her 9, and Delgado pulled out his 9, and Cookie says, you packing? And I was like, okay, what are we talking about now? what are we talking about now? What's going on here? They have incredible chemistry.
Yeah, they do have.
They have great chemistry. So, yeah. Andre wants to talk to Hakeem and Jamal about Vernon. He wants to confess his sins, like the pastor said, because he's going to get baptized and all that kind of stuff like that. And Hakeem says he'll come to his baptism. Jamal kind of wants to think about it because he told Jamal what he did, almost got Jamal killed.
Yeah. My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, man. So Lucius is talking with Andre. They're meeting, and Andre's talking about, how, he's giving his life to the Lord and all that. Lucius tells Andre to check his faith at the door. Wow.
He said the only commandments that matter in here are the ones I have.
Man.
Lucius going to hell.
Well, I think, that's it. I'll go with you. I'll co-sign that. Andre tells Lucius, you gave me life. God gives me hope. And that doesn't resonate with Lucius one bit.
Nah.
One bit, man. Lucius tells him, there's no God. You just need a man to hell up.
Man.
My TV actually blinked. when he said that, my TV went.
Wait.
Man. So Hakeem finds Lauren in the streets, New York City, the Big Apple, 8 million stories, 8 million people, and he drives down the street where she's walking.
Yeah.
And he asks for forgiveness. He says, you have an incredible voice. Of course, Tiana earlier says, Hakeem says you can blow. She's like, what?
A lot of double entendres in this show today.
Yes. She asked for forgiveness, and he says, I'll never make a move on you again. It's all good.
Yeah.
I want you in the group. I'm on my mogul swag.
Yeah.
So come back and it'll be on the up and up, strictly professional. Let my driver take you to where you're going. Mm-hmm. So that leaves Hakeem walking this. Now he's on the streets with no ride.
Yeah. I give that 2 episodes based on this story, the way how fast the storyline goes.
Yeah.
In 2 episodes, he's going to be trying to get them draws because he won't be on his mogul swag at that point.
No, he'll be on his horn dog swag.
Exactly, he'll be back where he normally is.
Lucius tells. Now, what's Frank Gather's daughter's name? The rapper. What's her name? Rita or something?
Frida. Yeah.
Frida. Lucius tells Frida that Frank Gathers was a rotten bastard, but he loved you.
Yeah.
You know? I think he's trying to get emotion out of her for the song that she's, for the thing she's trying to rap, the rap she's trying to put down.
And she had some bass in her voice, man. You got to be careful. He was going to get some emotion, all right, get shanked in the studio.
Man.
Watch out.
That part, because I saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to, pump her up, get emotion out of her. Yeah. And it reminds me, a friend of mine one time was talking to Dennis Edwards of the Temptations, and he says that back when they recorded, I think Papa was a Rolling Stone, they were trying to get Dennis to go there with that emotion. And apparently, it hadn't been very recently, Dennis had lost his father. It's a story that I was told. And so the producer, it might have been Norman Whitfield, brought that up. And that really made Dennis emotional. And then they said, sing the song, man. and the rest, as they say, is history. That's what I was told.
Wow. That's a great story.
Yeah, it was a great story. So it's baptism day.
Yeah.
And Andre's talking to Cookie before the service. Cookie says, God knows your heart. Just keep your mouth shut. I don't want to know what you did.
Right.
Lucius shows up. I mean, Hakeem's there. Jamal shows up.
Yes.
Lucius shows up. And, the service happens. And, of course, when Lucius walks into the sanctuary, Hakeem says, I think some angels just ran for cover.
Oh man, they thought the church was going to set on fire when he stepped in anyway.
Yeah, it was getting hot in there.
It was getting hot. They had a little family moment.
Yeah.
Not unlike many situations with black families at the church in the middle of a funeral or in the middle of something.
Something jumps off.
Something's jumping off.
Yep.
In the front row, though?
In the front row. Rhonda has to shush them, man.
Yeah.
And she still ain't got no panties on. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Lucius flashes back to when his mother, Kelly Rowland, tried to drown him in the tub. He's flashing back to that as Andre's being baptized in the water.
Yeah.
And Lucius walks out.
Yeah.
So now that explains a lot. We're finding out all what Lucius went through the last few episodes with his mother, and it's but every time I see Kelly Rowland on there, I keep thinking, I don't want to feel my legs. that just keeps popping in my mind, man. I don't know.
Oh man.
So the last scene is Hakeem getting his jog on, man. He's jogging in the park. Mm-hmm. Why he's jogging by himself, I'll never know.
He's in his town, man. He's from New York. He feels comfortable enough to do his thing.
Well, he gets snatched the hell off the street.
Yeah, he did.
Because by the tax man, by the neighborhood tax man.
Yeah.
I warned y'all about paying taxes. And they throw his ass in an SUV and drive off after they put a hood over his head, and little bitty Hakeem trying to fight back, trying to just well, you can't blame him. Yeah. But and he's jogging, man, and he's jogging by these guys that are talking like, and you just knew like something's getting ready to happen. And the dude steps in front of him, and that was it.
Yeah, that's why I take my running to a track. At least I can see every corner.
Yes, you can.
So word to the wise.
Yeah, man. So that's how the episode ends, man. So tell me what I missed.
I think you got it all, Tony. You went back and got, you got everything. You got everything. I think all was covered in this episode. We didn't talk, well, you kind of got it, the Tiana situation. Tiana kind of set up, what's her name? Lauren. Well, you did kind of say that, when he said you can really blow, but she kind of put that seed in there about the fact that that Hakeem kind of likes to push up on all of his lead singers.
She didn't put the seed, man. She just flat out told him. I told her. She said it.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
She just flat out said, "Look."
Well, first Lauren asked, are you two together? She was like, no. But we all know.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right? Not anymore. So, that kind of set that in motion, which is why when he did, push up on her, she was like, oh, no. And then rolled out. So that was kind of interesting.
There's going to be a point, and it might be the cliffhanger this season where, Lucius there's going to be I'm not going to call it a come to Jesus moment because I don't think that'll ever happen for him, but it's going to be something where he's going to have to face down his demons. And maybe it happens when there's an attempt made on his life, because I think him and Thirsty are going to fall out. And like I said, Thirsty's going to bring it, man.
I agree. This is his ALS of this season. The demons of his childhood.
Yeah.
The thing is, Lucius, for yet another season, is not telling anybody anything.
No.
Is it because he's afraid that people in his own family are going to use it against him like he does with everybody else? Maybe he's trying to hold out like that. But obviously, he needs some counseling.
Oh, man. Medication.
Meds, counseling, he needs the whole
thing, man.
Whole time.
Yeah, man, that dude's got some serious issues. So, but that's the episode of Empire. It was called Be True. It wasn't a bad episode. I thought last week's was better, but this wasn't bad by any stretch.
So now you get an in-season cliffhanger with the kidnapping
being snatched off the street. Yeah.
Yes, because you got to wait till the World Series is over.
It's not going to be back next week.
That's right.
Or maybe the week after.
Could be 2 weeks.
Could be 2 weeks, depending on, wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't, okay, well, we'll have to wait and see then.
Of course, Tony and I will be the first to know when Empire will be back on because we'll actually be watching the World Series.
Yeah, we'll be doing that, that's for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cubs got eliminated. Man.
Let's not talk about that, Tony.
That was brutal, man. Wow. Anyway, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video if you can. In Washington, D.C. is Troy Johnson. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. Mark Clark will join us, hopefully, for Men on Scandal in a day or so. And thanks for watching.
Peace.